And yesterday's tragedy hit close to home for millions of American churchgoers. And as Joe Webb reports live for us, it raises some serious questions about the safety of local churches. Joe.
Well, Cammie, here at places like God's Bible School and College, they're training the next generation of church leaders. Theology is the focus, but security is more often top of mind.
The traditional notion of intelligence that's based.
Most of the students at God's Bible School and College are from small rural churches like the one assaulted in Texas yesterday. They're studying the principles of education in Dr. Marsha Davis's class today. Someday, though, will schools like this have classes on church security?
I can easily see lectures and seminars. I hope we're not to the point where that has to have, that kind of space in our curriculum, an entire course. But it is something that today you have to train clergy to think about that you probably didn't so much 50 years ago.
But it's nothing new.
Know that your heart hurts far more than mine ever could for.
Pastor Bob Franklin of Main Street Baptist in Alexandria led his staff in prayer this morning. He asked God to comfort the hurting in Texas. Franklin knows this pain. A college classmate of his was shot and killed in the pulpit during a church service in Indiana several years ago. Despite the personal tie, he is not ready to turn his church into an armed camp.
For me personally, my security is found in Christ and not in having armed guards or metal detectors or whatever would seem to be appropriate for a gathering of people. We have people that are concealed carry. They attend here every week, and they do that not really out of concern for themselves, but concern for their brothers and sisters that they're worshiping with, and I respect that and honor it.
But says he'd never do it personally. The balance for churches is difficult. How do we live out our mission to make disciples of all people without screening out some dangerous ones?
Someone who would go into a church and shoot people during a worship service clearly is in need of the message of the church. If we can't reach those people, what's the point of the church?
It is a conundrum for churches. I can remember a generation ago when the small church that I attended in Oklahoma had to make a decision to start locking the front door at night. Some wanted the church always to remain open. Times have changed for the American church, and that really became clear yesterday. Cammie?
That's for sure. Joe Webb, thank you. Stay with Local 12 News on the air and online for continuing coverage of the Texas church shooting. Ahead at 5:30, a closer look at how the shooter got the gun he used.